Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Tabitha and today we are going to talk about money allocation. So it's the end of the year and we are trying to plan ahead so we can maximize our saving and investment for the next year. We can start in December or this November and we start working toward the goal that we want to achieve next year. So if you're new to this channel, please subscribe for more videos and thank you for your support. So let's go ahead and look at our money allocation. So what do I usually do? Because most of the time we wait for the perfect timing to save, to invest, but sometimes that time never comes. So what are your strategies that you use to make sure that you save? So we have agendas that we are going to look at today. What is money allocation and why do we allocate? So why do we allocate your money and should we just leave it like that and spend and see what happens? So why do you want to allocate your money? And then more, what is money allocation? This is a way where you have to distribute your income across different goals. So if you have a goal of maybe you want to pay school fees or you want to pay your loan, you want to buy a house, you want to buy a car, and then you allocate your money with using across different goals. So in this case, you are not going to neglect any goals, but some people they like to be focused. Maybe they'll go with one goal at a time, second goal, the other ones, right? Instead of spreading them out. But money allocation is about distributing your income across different goals. So let's see how do we go about it. Spending is one goal, right? You have to spend to live. There is need, there are also wants. And then you also talk about saving. So saving are important because they can save you when you need money, when you are laid off. Yeah, it will just give you that time, buffer time that you have to look for a new job without worrying about not paying your bills. So that's where the savings come in. Another one is investing. So you have a goal of maybe you want to build passive income, you want to invest for your car, for your new home, for whatever. So you also consider investing. So the percentage now you really decide on what is more important, what goes where and what goes where. So let's see, why do we allocate? When people want to buy a house, when people want to, for emergencies, when to buy a car, to grow wealth, and so on. Like people will have start a business. So maybe you have been thinking of starting a retail business. How much money do you want? And all those things. So there are a lot of things that people will want to allocate their money uh, to, right? So let's see. So what do I do as individual? So my expenses or my spending has increased in the few months in the past few months, and now the amount that I have to save has to be less than the amount that I am spending. So let's see, allocation, right? Step one. So the first thing that you have to take out of your income is the percentage that you want to save or invest. For me, I only do 20%, which means 10% will go to the saving and the other 10% will go to investing. So in this case, I'm also securing my safety. I'm creating safety net just in case if I lose my job or whatever. And then I have maybe 6 months or maybe 3 months to look for another job. So investing in my case is like I'm building something passive that might replace my income later. So that is another goal. So the next step will be on to spending. We take almost 80% of my income. So spending which goes to need and wants. So sometimes my wants are not that much, but the needs are more, right? So you have to pay a lot of stuff for you to survive or live in this country. So the next thing will be now my monthly income. So how much do I make in the income? In my employment after tax. So, and how much do I have to, and how do I now allocate it? So, if you add it up, it's just about 3,720. And let's see, 3,720, that is my monthly income. Yes. So, let's look at it. What then now goes where and what goes where. And why writing it most of the time really make you aware of what do you get and where is the money going to. So, if you know where the money is going to, you can really allocate some unnecessary spending, some leakage. Maybe you had subscription that you don't really want anymore, or stuff like that. So, you can now really know how to reduce your expenses and maintain or maybe think if you can add more income or increase your earning potential because you have written it down, you know where you are, then just getting the money that you get, spend it. If it's not enough, you jump into credit card and start buying things with your credit card. So you will never really know your financial position if you don't write things down. So from today, start writing things down and see where you stand and what you need to do. So now if I do 20% saving and investing will only take to 740. So 740 will go toward my saving and investment. And the other ones will just be the rest, 3,000. And imagine I'm by myself. It's just only like my expenses increase in the first few months. So let's see what happened now. So what are all these expenses? So, so you have transportation, all these groceries and family gift or life insurance plan, child plan and personal care, miscellaneous. So if I look at my list now, I can have an idea of where should I cut, where it's not really very necessary. So the internet is, I will keep it like that. Utilities, it depends on how much I really use. In this province, it's really very expensive. Some of the utilities are very expensive. I don't use electricity that much, and then the bill will come less. Phone, I keep it at 21 because I don't use the internet and the phone most of the time. Home insurance, that is no option. Sometimes student loan, I can pay $50 or maybe interest. So this is where my problems is 400 and 150. That one is a combination of interest, including the one that add into my student loan because sometimes that one is not obvious until you calculate it. So how will I fix this is also going to really release some of the money that stay in my account. And then home improvement, that one is not always all the time. I can use some $50, go and get some from Habitat of Humanity, those chairs and all those stuff. So that one is not a big deal. Restaurant, I don't go out most of the time, especially during winter. So if we will fix something from here, our expenses are not going to be 309.88, right? So we'll try to fix something on that. But the main goal of this video is that you have to put your saving and investment percentage first. You pay yourself first. Don't worry about all this thing you will try to fix. Maybe you'll try not to go to the restaurant or try not to pay your phone bill or all this thing. But your saving and investment has to be the priority. So this is the main main theme of this video. Save and invest first. The rest will take care of themselves. Try it. I have tried it before and it works. So don't wait until you have like, oh, I have to have increase from my work. I have to get this type of job, because even if you get that type of job, sometimes it comes with its own problems and all those stuff. So it doesn't really help you do the saving part. So you have to build a saving and investing habit before all those things, good things happen. So when they happen, it even become better, right? So let's move on and do more of these things. So that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching and see you next time.